Okay, this might take like a few minutes because the letter is still uploading, so I'm not sure if that's gonna get in the way. But chapter 5, damsel in distress. It's you because you're trapped, locked up in the prison. Okay. At this point in my story about Phoebe, Graham said, "I knew somebody like PB once." "Phoebe," I said. "Yes, that's right. I knew someone just like PB, only her name was Gloria. Gloria lived in the wildest, most pepped up world. A scary one, but Scad's more exciting than my own." Graham said, "I remember Gloria. She's the one who told you not to marry me. She's the one who said I would be your ruination." "Shush," Graham said. "Shush," Graham said. Gloria was right about that at least. She elbowed Grams. "Besides, Gloria only said that because she wanted you for herself." "God dang," Graham said. He pulled into a rest stop along the Ohio Turnpike. He wanted to check the map. "I don't think we'll get lost on the Ohio Turnpike," I said. "It's one long straight road that goes straight across Ohio." I did not want to stop. "Rush, rush, rush," said the wind, the sky, the clouds, the trees. "Rush, rush, rush." "Well there, Chickabiddy. I only want to be sure," Graham said. If all he wanted to do was check the map, that seemed a safe enough and quick enough thing for him to do. My grandparents can get into trouble as easy as a fly can land on a watermelon. 3 years ago, when they drove to Florida, they were stopped by the police for driving in their underwear. The air conditioning had completely fizzled and pooped. My grandfather explained. They were hot. 2 years ago, when they drove to Washington. Hold on 1 second. Give me like 5 or 10 minutes. Very soon I will text you. Sorry, it was my cousin, guys. I told him to leave so I could read. 2 years ago, when they drove to Washington, D.C., they were arrested for stealing the back tires off a senator's car. What? That's crazy. We had 2 flat, sprinkled tires, my grandfather explained. We were only borrowing the senator's tires. We were going to return them. In Bybings, Kentucky, you could do this. You could borrow someone's back tires and return them later. But you could not do this in Washington, D.C. And you could especially not do this to a senator's car. Last year, when Graham and Grams drove to Philadelphia, they were stopped by the police for irresponsible driving. "You were driving on the shoulder," a policeman told Grams. Grams said, "Shoulder? I thought it was an extra lane. Look how smooth it is. You don't get a nice smooth shoulders like this back in Kentucky. That's a mighty fine shoulder." Sounds like Grandpa Steve. He's like, "Look at those shoulders. Those are good shoulders. Those are big shoulders. That's how it should be." So there we were, just a few hours into our trip out to Lewiston, Idaho. And we were safely stopped in a rest area, and we were quietly and quickly checking the map. Then Grumps noticed the back end of a woman leaning over the fender of a car parked next to the water fountain. That reminds me of that one picture of you like bending over the car and I don't know, it was a photo. I wonder if I still have that because my freaking computer deleted like 500 photos off my phone. The woman was peering at her. Oh yeah, you didn't get to see that. I'll tell you after this. The woman was peering at her engine and dabbing a white handkerchief at various greasy items inside. "Excuse me," Graham said gallantly. "I believe I see a lady in some distress," and off he marched to her rescue. Graham sat there patting her knees and singing, "Oh, meet me in the tulips when the tulips do bloom." I don't know how that song goes, so I was just monotone kind of, but you know. The lady's white handkerchiefs, now spotted with black grease, dangled from her fingertips as she smiled down on the back of Grams, who had taken her place leaning over the engine. "Might be the car busterator," he said. Sounds like Grandpa Norm. Or maybe not. He tapped a few hoses. Might be these dang snakes, he said. Oh my, the woman said. Snakes in my engine? Grams waggled the hose. This here is what I call a snake, he said. Oh, I see, the woman said. And you think it might be those snakes? That might be the problem? Maybe so, Grams said. He pulled on one and it came loose. See there? He said. It's off. Well, yes, but you dang snakes, Grams said. He pulled out another one. It came loose. Looky there, he said. Another one. The woman smiled the thin little worried smile. But 2 hours later, there was not a single snake still attached to anything to which it was supposed to be attached. The carburetor lay dismantled on the ground. Various other pieces of the woman's engine were scattered here and there. The woman was in the phone booth. Whoops. Gramps was still pulling things out of the engine. I was lying in the grass, praying to a sugar maple tree and listening to its response. Rush, hurry, rush. The tree's mapley smell reminded me of Bybanks, Kentucky. Graham was singing about the tulips. We had left home 6 hours earlier, and we were now precisely 82 miles along our 2,000-mile journey. Let us get there in time, I prayed. And don't let us get in an accident. And let my mother come home with us. At last, the woman with the dismantled engine called a mechanic, who took one look at all the pieces of her engine lying on the ground and said, You have a credit card? Yes, she said. Grams pulled out his wallet. If you need some cash. Oh, thank you, she said. That's very kind of you, but I'm all set. Thank you for. She looked around at all the pieces of her car. For everything. I'm sure you have to be on your way. And once Grams was satisfied that the mechanic was an honest man who might actually be able to repair her car, we started on our trip again. Salamanca, Grams said. Tell us more about Phoebe, I said. Phoebe Winterbottom. Yes, that's right, Grams said. PB. Anyway, yeah. So, I hooked up my phone to my computer because I wanted to make the background of my computer that one picture of... It's my profile picture. It's that one picture of us at the beach, and I'm holding you like Princess Carrie style and doing a little smooch. And so I hooked up my phone to record, and I imported all of my photos. Little did I know that importing all the photos was not only bringing the photos onto my computer, it was actually linking the photos, like the cameras became one. So when I was done taking about 5 or 10 minutes importing those photos to my computer, I searched for that one picture and I saved it to my computer instead of my phone. I transferred it. And then I wanted to delete those photos off of my computer because that's like 1,600 photos and then like 200 videos. 2 minutes. Sorry, cussing again. Yeah, so deleted them. I checked my phone camera roll because something seemed a bit off there. Why aren't they just off my computer? Why are they deleting one by one? And then I noticed, oh my goodness, my phone's camera roll is going down. So I cancel it. I check my recently deleted, not there. I check my trash on my computer, not there. They're gone. It's all gone. So, yeah, I lost like 500 pictures. Sucks to be me, I guess. I mean, most of them definitely weren't important. I had these 2 videos of us at the beach that I really wanted to keep, and I'm really sad that they're gone now because they're cute. And yeah, but oh well. Stupid computer. I should have just unplugged it. It's fine. Yeah. Chapter 5.